Do you feel like you've been allocated?
Not enough. Violated, maybe. Oh, that was perfect.
It really was. It just doesn't want to do it.
Totally dropped the ball.
Found it. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday for those watching live. Thanks for finding the Geek Spot with us. I'm Jack. That's Frank, here to talk about all the latest news, the latest Daredevils, the latest Boys, whatever else we managed to watch. I think there's hacks and roosters and all sorts of things.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Well, some of us watched hacks and roosters.
Almost. I'm almost to roosters. I'm almost there.
Good.
I'm not there.
It's delightful.
Let me do this real fast.
Yeah. We both realized we need to do things. Say hi to Charles in the chat.
Hi, Charles.
Good to see you see your text as always.
I'm
So
out of hockey.
If you're listening on the podcast, just a quick reminder to everybody, make sure you tell a friend, hit that like and subscribe. If you feel like dropping a comment and you listen on Apple, cool. If you feel like dropping a comment on Spotify, also cool. Let us know you're listening. Let us know who you are, what you want to hear about. We'd be happy to bring stuff up that people want to hear about. So first off, before we get to what we've been doing, we got some news for the upcoming Philly Fan Expo.
We did? Oh, we did. I was waiting for that email, and you beat me to the punch.
I'm sneaky. So the news is we are not going to be featured celebrities this year. Not yet.
No,
Working on it.
There.
But we do have press access, so we'll see what that does for us. There's some big stars coming to Fan Expo. There's some Smallville, some Lord of the Rings, some all sorts of other people coming in. Frank knows the list better than I do because I think he's wants pictures with a lot of people.
And every time I go to this thing, I say I'm going to get pictures, and I don't. I never end up doing it. This time, I think I might.
Are they already sold out? All of them? Is everybody sold out?
No, they're not all sold out. Let's see. All the Hobbits are there because there's a small controversy with the Philly Fan Expo this year. It's on the same weekend that the Denver Fan Expo is, and more of the bigger stars are going to Denver.
But some of them are coming to Philly Friday and then bailing.
Then bailing. So like all the Hobbits, I think, will be there Friday, except Elijah Wood, I think, is staying through Saturday. And then they're going, because it's the 20th anniversary of the Lord of the Rings. Lego just dropped their June 1st 8,000 piece mini Tarith Lego set, which it's huge, $650. The cool thing about it is the little figurine of who was the steward there? It was Boromir's dad, right? I don't remember his name, but you know who I mean, right?
Yeah.
And he was eating like the tomatoes and like
sloppily. Yeah, he's the doctor on Fringe. That's all I got.
Oh yeah. So the little mini figurine of him is holding 2 tomatoes.
Also Billy Butcher's daddy in The Boys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so his little figurine's holding 2 tomatoes, which I think is hilarious. Somebody in a Discord server I'm in pointed that out. Hi to Dom. Hi to Charles.
So not only are the Hobbits there, you got Orlando Bloom's there. David Tennant's showing up for the weekend.
Brent Spiner, Jonathan
Miranda Otto's going to be there. Daphne Keene's showing up.
The Goonies are there. Corey Feldman will be there.
Mr. T is not off the table for interviews, by the way. If you would like to talk to Mr. T, I'm thinking bring your buddy that dresses up.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
that dresses up in the Rock of the Apollo Creed.
I want to talk.
No, but bring him to meet Mr. T and interview him for the show. I think that would be a blast.
Who else? We got Christopher Lambert The original Highlander is going to be there, and Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Manny Jacinto.
Colin O'Donoghue from Once Upon a Time
Yeah.
is Captain Hook.
Yeah, James Marsters, Judith Hogue, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
All four, and
including Ernie Reyes Jr.
Yep,
and Shredder. It's a pretty good cast.
It
Pretty
is.
good crew.
Emilio
coming so
Rivera,
far.
And Ron Perlman, two of the heads from Sons of Anarchy. Erica Durance, obviously, just all four of the guys from Smallville, all the guys and the two ladies. Kristen Crook, Michael Rosenbaum. I was thinking about bringing the picture he sent me that I bought. It's bent. And just go,
Oh, you
this is
should 100%.
This is the bent picture. Can you sign it again? And then I'm going to get everybody else to sign it.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. So or wait,
Gates McFadden did cancel, so you can't complete that fantasy now, though, Frank. So apologize for that.
I think it's Sean Astin that's staying because he's got a Saturday TBD for a photo op. I think he's the one that's staying. But yeah, Denver basically stole everyone from us.
Which is weird, right? You would think that Philly would be a pretty big market.
You would think.
It is not, because there's so many other spots that these things go right around us all the time.
Yeah.
With New York being a quick 2-hour jaunt away.
Just because I'm curious to who's going to be in Denver and not in Philadelphia real fast.
Yeah.
Carl Urban will be in Denver. Matthew Lillard will be in Denver. David Duchovny, Gillian Anderson, Bryce Dallas Howard, Josh Holloway, Harry Elwes, Robert Patrick. Like, look, John Noble. That's the guy that we were just talking about from Lord of the Rings. Dolph Lundgren. Dude,
It's a little crappy that
William Zabka is not going to be in Philly.
It's a little crappy that Fan Expo is running both the same weekend.
I don't know why Philly did it. It must have been
Philly's been scheduled first. Denver popped up later.
Denver has something going on in this city. I think I read. Henry Ian Cusick from Lost, who I again I love. Mike Colder. It's basically the cast of The Boys is going to be there. Aaron Moriarty, Valerie Curry, Tomer Capone, Fukuhara, Laz Alonso. They're all there. Skeet Ulrich, I could tell him I'm the only person that rewatches Jericho like once a year.
You like to rewatch a lot of things. Pauly Shore's going to be there. Christopher Judge is there. Jamie Kennedy. Yeah, a lot of people that are in Philly are going to be there. So far, there's a handful that canceled Philly to go there, which is Thomas Lennon and Cedric Yarborough from Reno 911, but that's okay.
They have like triple the amount of people that are going to be there.
They do. Louis Tan, your boy from All of the Things.
Dude.
Joe Pantoliano from Wonder Man fame. So yeah, should be a Annabeth Gish. Yeah, great crew.
Don't go to Denver. Come to Philly.
Yeah, all of you listening that live in Denver, fly to Philly instead. You might see Frank wandering around. I think I'm going to go like Sunday, maybe Saturday during the day for a little bit. We'll see.
I think I'm going to go Saturday to get the pictures, and we'll see about Sunday.
If you don't see me there, you can check jackkidmusic.com and see where I will be during the events. But that's enough about our exciting news with the Fan Expo piece there. For the Charles, I see you with the cool news about Nobles beating out Disney and Universal parks for the #1 U.S. amusement park in the U.S., which is surprising. But I don't know. I don't know that I've ever been to Knoebel, so
I've never been there either. And I'm planning a trip to Disney later this year, right after Labor Day. I'm driving down with my son Matthew. We're going to leave later in the day, Labor Day. We're going to drive to Virginia, pick my son Frankie up, and then continue to drive all the way down. And we're going to spend 3 days at Universal and Epic. Yeah. All three of us can drive, so it should be a straight shot.
Nice.
We're going to spend 3 days at Universal and Epic. Then we're going to get in the car and we're going to drive over to Disney, and we're going to spend 3 days at Disney. And I just paid for one of the, they do like the Halloween. It's Halloween time. So they close the park at 6 and then they open it back up till midnight for the Halloween-y stuff. That was another $500 for 3 tickets.
Wow. Yeah. Last time I was at Disney World, Pleasure Island was still open.
Oh, geez.
Which was a blast. My favorite part of going to Disney for the day was definitely going back and being able to do karaoke and all the crazy.
I remember hearing about it. We went 2 years ago, Matthew and I. Frankie couldn't go. But before that, the last time I had been there was the year Epcot opened, which was 1985.
Wow.
Freshman year.
Yeah. I was there close to that Epcot
We
opening.
were not a vacation family growing up. Not even really Wildwood. Like Hershey Park once a year, and that's pretty much it. My son did say, Matthew said to me, he said, "Well, Frankie, is he getting a lightsaber?" And I said, "Well, yeah. I mean, it's his first time there. I'll pay for this one." And he goes, "We're going to be there to watch him go through the little ceremony. The ceremony thing's amazing." And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, while we're there, we should get one too, right? We should get another one." And I went, "Yeah, you're paying for this one for yourself. Like, I'm springing for the rooms and the tickets, and you could pay for your own lightsaber. I bought you your first one." So,
Well, good luck to him.
yeah.
So before you go there, and before we go to Fan Expo, and before we had this show this week, what have you been up for the last week, man?
Hockey. It was Friday night hockey, Sunday morning hockey, Monday night hockey, Tuesday night hockey, Wednesday night hockey. A lot of hockey last week. A lot of time. I popped out Sunday because Matt was, come on, man. So I drove over to Maggie's, and literally I drove over there just to give him it was like 4 pots in one that went into each other, like that you can cook. I don't know.
Like a Russian doll?
Kind of like that. Yeah. Kind of like that. And I'm trying to get rid of them. And he's like, "Yeah, I'll take them." And I haven't seen him like the 2.5 weeks that I've been trying to get rid of them. Like, there you go. So I got there in the middle of a set from our friend Ray, and Ray got done, and I said, "Hey, Ray, how you doing?" Matt said, "Do you want a beer?" I went, "No, come and get the shit out of my car. I'm going home." And zoom, right back home.
It sounds delightful.
Yeah, no, I was just not, I couldn't. I was too tired.
There was a lot of hockey last week. So you speaking of hockey in Philadelphia.
There was
A lot of basketball, a lot of hockey. I heard the local news on Fox News Monday morning. He said he'd never seen the city so clean from all of the brooms that the opposing city had when they were sweeping Philadelphia over the weekend. Which I thought was an amazingly clever line for Mike Jarek, and appreciated it greatly.
He has writers. No, I don't know if it's ever happened on the same weekend like that. That 2 Philadelphia teams were swept, not just lost in the playoffs, but both teams. Yeah. But it's to see there's vast differences. Not to go down a sports rant, but there's vast differences in when the Flyers were swept by the much better Carolina Hurricanes. The Flyers were young, back in the playoffs for the first time since like 2017, 2020 something.
Missing their top scorer, right?
Missing their fastest guy, their top scorer. One guy playing with a broken rib, one guy with a separated shoulder, one guy with a fractured foot that he was out. Like, they had a ton of injuries, but they went up against a team that's pretty much favored to be in the finals this year. They beat Pittsburgh, got that monkey off our backs, made it to the second round. And the Flyers, the ceiling for the Flyers is just sky high. The Sixers, on the other hand, the very veteran team, it just got blown out by the Knicks. And not only did they get blown out by the Knicks took over the building. The Knicks fans came down from New York and took over the building for the final game. And if I was a basketball fan, I'd be devastated.
Yeah, luckily I'm not, so we're good. Yeah. Not since 2001, I think was the last time I watched basketball.
If I'm in a bar and it's on, I kind of look at it, but purposely, that's probably about the same time I watched it.
Yeah, that's fair.
What about you? I build Legos. That's it.
You do. You are a Lego builder. Had a couple of gigs over the week. I had a gig. The boys were supposed to have their big jazz at the farm thing Saturday. They do a local farm, and both the jazz groups from the high school play all day. That got canceled because of the weather, so that was kind of lame. But we did that. We went down and saw my mom for Mother's Day. Took the family down there for the day, got some good lunch, came home, and then had another jazz concert last night for the boys. And that was it, man. Watched some stuff. The Hacks is dropping 2 episodes a week, so they've been keeping me busy. And Rooster dropped their finale, as I mentioned early on. And
this week.
Counting the minutes now for Punisher to drop since Daredevil's all finished up. But we'll talk Daredevil towards the end of the episode because there's things to talk about there, and we'll hit the boys up in a little bit too.
I thought Punisher would be out before this, and I sat down and I'm like, let me watch that, and it wasn't there. And I'm like, shit, it's too early. So let me.
Yeah, well, it's been weird because they did a preview for some people last week who've been dropping like reviews for the last like 4 days. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't read that stuff anymore. I don't. I'll watch it. I'll watch it tonight. After I'll actually watch it after this. And oh, my face hurts. It hurts you too. I know.
Usually.
But I don't have a list. I just have some news.
All right.
Mortal Kombat 2. Let me see. The previous installment, Mortal Kombat, grossed $84.4 million against its reported $55 million budget. As of Sunday, per Variety, Mortal Kombat 2 is expected to end its opening weekend with a global debut of $63 million, 43 at the domestic box office. It is losing its neck and neck race with The Devil Wears Prada 2 to land at number 2 for the weekend. It's going to fall $17 million short of its early global debut projections of $80 million. It's not doing great at the box office, but the fan reaction seems a little bit higher. It's got a 65% Rotten Tomatoes score. The first one only had a 55.
I think the first one was pretty awful.
That's what I heard. I never got past the first one. I started it, got through a little bit of it, and I was like, yeah, nope. Kind of.
Derpy 500 First 2 says it was peak Mortal Kombat. I did not get the chance to see it yet. The first one, like I said, was good. This one, I have heard
that's JJ
that it does a lot to set up a lot of things. But more that than it actually gets around to telling its own story. It's doing more things to set up more movies.
I'll see eventually.
Typical for some of these.
The original one with Christopher Lambert, that was peak. Yes, if that's the one you're talking about, JJ, that was peak. And the song still lives on.
It does. It can't stop, won't stop.
That's acoustic song for you. Test your mic. No. So Peacock is doing one of the most amazing things, or NBC. Yeah, it's Peacock.
Taking the paper off the air.
No. Well, probably after season 2. I never finished season 1.
More power to you. It's better.
You did.
You're better off.
You did, right?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what? The question of will they, won't they is they will.
Oh,
and there you go.
Keep going?
No, the couple. Will they or won't they be a couple?
Yeah. Oh.
Which means the next season is going to be trash.
Right. So 2 years ahead of the final Fast and the Furious movie called Fast Forever, which will hit theaters March 17th, 2028. Yes. As of now.
Sure.
Vin Diesel gave the following statement. For the last decade, we have realized that the fans have wanted more. They wanted us to expand the legacy characters, their stories, and for the last decade, the desire has been for us to enter the TV space. The news that I have here today is that Peacock is launching not 1, not 2, 4 shows from the Fast and the Furious universe.
They won't. I
am so excited to get more Fast, more Furious. And there's
do we know what 4 they're launching?
We don't know anything else except that he's going to be a producer and that Universal is going to just explore ways to milk this franchise until there's nothing left.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to know who they are.
I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm extremely happy that we're getting 4 TV series coming to streaming one day.
That's great.
Isn't it? Are you excited?
No, I won't watch any of them.
Not a one.
No, I don't think there will be a single one of those that I will end up watching. No.
Reacher, season 4. We have no official date other than probably later this year. Renewed for season 5.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Renewed for season 5, right?
Renewed for season 5.
Good, love it. Let's keep it going. Keep Alan Richardson working. But I'd like to see him hit some movies. Up. But I'm sure Amazon's paying him just fine for his Reacher things and his guest spot in Neely, which will be before that, which is probably what we're waiting on. Is my guess.
Probably. John Krasinski would love to continue Jack Ryan on the big feature screen. Okay, there was an ad. That popped into my ears. I hope nobody else got that. John Krasinski would love to continue Jack Ryan as a film series. I also would love for him to continue Jack Ryan as a film series.
Would you manage to finish those? Because I believe you're still at least a season or two behind on the TV show.
One season behind on the TV show, which is an easy watch to catch up before Ghost War drops.
Okay,
because there's no title on it yet, or no debut date for Ghost Story.
Not an easy watch.
I enjoy it. I enjoyed it.
Look, I loved the first couple seasons.
Yeah.
The last season was like, all right, we're painting by numbers. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Because by then it's, okay, wait, which bad Russian guy is this one? Have we seen him before? You know what I mean? It's one of those like what happens with the Mission Impossible movies at this point, where you're like, okay, was this guy in a movie before? Or are they just telling me that he was in a movie before and hope that I don't remember?
Yeah.
He had like showed up in season 1 in one episode, like behind the bar at some place, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's that guy." No.
I don't
have that kind of recall anymore, especially not for shows that I watch through one eye.
Because we're watching so many shows now.
Well, and we're only half watching the shows now. We used to actually watch the shows. Now it's like we're half watching the shows most of the time.
Sort of. Landman, season 3. We're getting it a little later than what would normally be. They're not expected to start filming until the end of August. Billy Bob said. That's going to push that to way later next year.
Oh no, they'll just have to hang out with Beth and Rip.
Listen, I could not be more uninterested in a show. I actually have to go back to Marshall's, which I hear is freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And this new Dutton Ranch, I'll watch it because I got to have something to talk about, but I'm watching it kicking and screaming. And I'm a huge, I sat down last night to play Little Diablo right after Monday Night Raw. And I'm like scrolling through Hulu just to kind of put something on for noise while I'm playing the game. Yeah. Yellowstone, season 1, episode 1. And I just kind of turned it on to put it on as,
as you do. Yeah.
But I would get engrossed in that if I paid attention to it again. Like I joined the Katie Sackhoff Patreon, which is really cheap, like cost-wise.
Yeah.
And joined their Discord and a whole bunch of really awesome people. And her rewatch isn't actually a rewatch. It's a first watch where her and her husband are watching the show for the first time. And their reactions are cool. Now, I don't have time to sit and watch the full episode and sync it up with their actual live watch. So I watched the shorter cut up version. It's like a half an hour. And it's just them like reacting in spots because they can't.
Oh, so they on their Patreon, they drop the full. Oh, geez.
Well, they drop the full thing where he'll tell, 3, 2, 1, start it now. And you listen to and like, it's like commentary. It's like And
that sounds like a very involved process to listen to.
I don't have the time to do it. And there are so many people that do it.
Yeah.
But their reactions are great because like she doesn't remember some stuff, but then there's stuff that she'll remember and she doesn't tell her husband. And he's like expecting things to go this way and they go this way. And it's an interesting watching two people watch it for the first time. One that has been in it.
It's like when you and I do our Strange New Worlds rewatch.
Yes. I'm ready.
I'd have to finish it though. I'm not there yet.
I'm ready.
I'm so close.
They're about.
I'm really annoyed that I'm so close to being done because the next season drops. I gotta wait 2 months for the next season.
Yeah,
A month and a half.
they're almost done. They're almost done the first season on their watch, and then the second season they're having pretty much the entire cast is flying out to their house at different points.
So did they start at the miniseries or the season?
Nope, they started the miniseries all the way
So
back.
now they're almost through the season. Wow.
Now they're almost through first season. I think she mentioned something about it'll be until like 2027, August 2027, if they keep it up regularly, that they'll be done.
It's fun.
But they're gonna have Bear McCreary come out, the guy that did all the music.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Ron Moore come out like to their house and sit with them for an episode or two. Edward James Olmos is going to come. Like they're all coming out, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
The only one she said she hasn't been able to get is Grace Park because she's like super private and doesn't like do anything.
Yeah, I don't know if they had her on Battlestar Galactica or not. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, she's like really like privately like keep away. I don't want to be bothered with people.
It's fair.
Hey, CBS in 2026 is going to do a reboot of the Rockford Files with David Boreanaz in the lead role.
What's his name?
David Boreanaz, right?
Boreanaz.
Yeah, him too.
Philly guy. Come on.
Philly guy.
His dad was the weathercaster for 1,000 years.
I think it's.
He references the Flyers in like every single show he's on.
He's great. Now, I don't know if he's going to be playing.
He's going to be playing Jim Rockford.
Yeah, it's a reboot, kind of like the way that Matlock was rebooted.
Yeah, yeah. David Boreanaz, who also
that's funny too.
Who also commented on one of my wife's posts like 100 years ago, and I think they were commenting something about the Angel TV show, and he commented back.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it was her claim to fame for a little while.
I'm trying to see if he's gonna.
I'm pretty sure he's playing Jim Rockford because he's starring in it.
Playing Jim Rockford, he held his Instagram. He held up a little business card that says Jim Rockford, private investigator.
Now, with any luck, it'll be like they did the Naked Gun reboot, and he will be like Jim Rockford's
that would
love
be
child
great.
or something.
That would be awesome. Michaela McManus is going to be in it also.
You're doing a great job there.
I am awful when I do names.
Yep. It's been a while, though, since we made you do names.
Yeah. I did not realize that this show is 52 years old.
Oh, Michaela McManus.
Oh, you know what? There's no space. So this article I'm reading, it's Michaela McManus, but there's no space in the McManus was.
Got it. Yeah. She's from One Tree Hill, Law and Order SVU.
That's right. This isn't it. That's how are you? I want to know how you're enjoying Star Trek, because you're very late to the Star Trek shows. These new ones.
I'm to the new ones. Yes, I'm late to the new ones.
You had said the other day that you were up to the musical episode.
I did. I got through the musical episode and I made it to the security episode. Yeah. Look, I don't think there's been a bad episode yet. I don't know there's been a filler episode. I am as annoyed as I was by the way they played Spock.
Okay.
To a point, if they deliver how I think they're going to deliver by the end of season 5, it's going to be a masterstroke. If they don't pull it off, it's going to piss off everybody really bad, but me very much so.
What is it? I don't. If I know, so I know as far as lore-wise goes, Spock and Chapel had a thing in the original series. It was kind of almost like a will they won't they kind of little flirty thing. Right. And then Spock has a wife back on Vulcan in the original series. And they kind of brought that forward. What is it that you...
Well, did they play that into the movies at all, though? Or was that done with the original? Right.
No.
So, the episode they did with Lower Decks, right?
With
the crossover Lower Decks episode with Jack Quaid.
Was great.
Right. But he specifically references, like, why are you happy? You shouldn't be happy.
Yes.
right? So I think what they're going to do, and I really hope they do, and they do it well. And I don't want them to because I really like all of the partners that they've been giving Spock.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Strange New Worlds, by the way. But Spock has been he's basically a player the whole time. Like he is your Captain Kirk.
A
Where
little
he's
bit. Yeah.
getting all of the tail on
Yes.
this show. I mean, he's on his third each season. He's had somebody different. But where we need to play that proper and set it up the way that I think his character needs to be be the Spock of the movies, you need some major tragedy to happen
Okay.
that I think will reset his character
Gotcha.
and put him into that space. I hope they do it on this so we get the Spock that we got used to, who's the more logical, shut down more of that human side. And I think that'll be a brilliant move if they can pull it off.
Did you get to the episode with La'an and Kirk? Did
Yes.
you get through that?
Wait, which one with? Yeah, yeah, the time one.
The time one.
Yeah. That's early this season.
That was
early
another
season 3.
fantastically done episode. Like you,
It is. Look, the whole season has been.
Yep.
Well, the whole show has been fantastic.
Even now, are you done the security one, or you're in it still?
I'm done that one. I'm on.
It was weird, but it was really well done, right? Like so you get to see these different shots of the bridge, and it explains, I guess.
Yeah, I got it. It felt like a filler episode more than anything. I don't know that it needed to happen.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of other subplots that they kind of blew off to do that episode, but that was a subplot that they had set up in the season opener.
This is a show that I wished would go 15, 20 episodes.
Yeah, it's weird because they are hitting all of the types of episodes that you need when you run a 22 episode season, but they don't need them.
Right.
But they're still putting them in place and doing them well with moving the storylines forward. And to be honest, like the original series was just an episodic, right? It wasn't a serialized, it wasn't a continuous storytelling vehicle. So it's been really cool seeing those evolutions and I'm concerned that how many of the people will not get happy endings. Like I thought the introduction of Scotty was great. That character is brilliant.
Yep.
I really like the way they did that. But like, how do we get Sulu? What happens there?
So the only thing I could tell you about Sulu and Dr. McCoy is I believe they're introduced at the end of
right.
Not this the end of the season coming up or the finale of the show. Those two characters come in to complete the original bridge crew.
Right, but I'm saying what happens to the ones that are there.
Right.
That's what my concerns are.
It ends. Like that's it. They stop. They tour the bridge sets down. There's
no. I mean, like for Ortegas, for instance, does she burn up and die a horrible death on the bridge or somewhere? Or that's what I'm saying. Like, do they give all of these characters satisfying happy endings? Do they give them tragic endings? What do we do to evolve it from this to right? Like that's where I'm intrigued to see how they pull that off because they haven't had to do it yet with anybody.
Pike
just continue to grow.
Pike, his ending. That's kind of they just have to get him there. Pike's ending is set, but La'an, Ortegas, and number one, those three characters aren't there when Kirk takes the bridge. So there's those three, and Chapel I think is there for a little while, and Mbega is there for a little while in the original series. I think Mbenga was more like a kind of like a side, like a one or two off character.
Yeah. Well, and what happens to the
Chapel ages normally, like she just leaves the Enterprise.
Well, but the other engineer, Paula, what
the Lanthian.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm hoping that they pull those things off because they obviously have an ending for it, which is awesome.
Yep.
But I just hope that they deliver on the storylines for each one of those sub characters instead of doing, like a kind of what Discovery does. Oh, look, they time traveled. Bye. Okay, everything's safe now. Cool. Done. Forget about those guys. So
Charles, I was going to bring that up also. the Voltron movie, starring Henry Cavill, Sterling K. Brown, and I forget who else, will not come out in theaters and will instead debut on Prime. We were talking about it in texts. Dude, he just has the worst luck when it comes to having his own franchise.
So right, but so let's think about this, right? Because when we texted about it earlier, it made me intrigued. So I pulled up the top 10 Henry Cavill movies, box office wise.
Okay.
And like, would you consider Henry Cavill a movie star?
Let
me ask you that first. So
but
you
are you like a
do you think he's a movie star?
Yes.
Like in our classical, like if you saw Harrison Ford or Ryan Reynolds or Tom Cruise in a movie, it's going to make a lot of money, right?
That's what that's what I think. Yes.
Would you consider Cavill in that realm where like he is a box office movie star?
No. Box office movie star? No.
So his top 10 movies. His number 1 movie is Deadpool and Wolverine. So he was in for about 9 seconds.
Okay. I don't.
With the Wolverine cameo.
Doesn't really.
His number 2 movie was Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
That's fair.
But that's a Superman movie, not a Henry Cavill movie.
No. Yeah. I guess Ben Affleck kind of trumps him as. Like,
and I would love to say Ben Affleck's a movie star, but I don't know that he's a box office bankable movie star anymore.
But he was. Henry Cavill, we're trying to say, was he?
Was he ever, right? So third movie, Mission Impossible Fallout.
That's a Tom Cruise movie.
Right. Number 4, Man of Steel.
That's a Henry Cavill.
It's $670 million, by the way. So we were 1.3 for Deadpool Wolverine, $874 million for Batman Superman.
I can't give him Deadpool and Wolverine, but I could give him Batman versus Superman over as.
Yeah. Okay. Mission Impossible 824.
That's a Tom Cruise movie, but he did play a really big role in it.
670.
Okay.
Justice League 661.
Yeah.
Black Adam.
No.
393, but this is the next one in order. So we dropped from 661 at Justice League to 393 at Black Adam.
He's actually uncredited in Black Adam, so I don't even see how that he can even count. But go ahead.
Well, I think he was in Black Adam as much as he was in Justice League.
Well, no, I mean literally, if you look on his IMDb,
I know.
It says uncredited for Black Adam.
And then his next movie was Immortals, if you remember that. He played Theseus in the movie Immortals in 2011.
Yeah.
And then he was in that he made $226 million. Then he was in Stardust as Humphrey and made $137 million. Then his actual movie he starred in, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., made $110 million.
Yeah.
And that was after Man of Steel. And then Argyle is his number 10 movie at less than $100 million. So, does it make sense now to drop this straight on streaming? I think it does. He's a much bigger TV star.
He's much bigger on TV with the Sherlock Holmes, with the Enola Holmes. I'm sorry, and with the Tudors and Witcher. Yes, he's a much bigger TV star. He hasn't been able to make the jump to a feature film where he's making the money to be a let's carry my own franchise type of a guy. Now, Highlander's going to be his next test.
Right, but again, so that's not a Henry Cavill movie. That's a Highlander movie.
Yeah, but he's carrying
that
a
movie
TV
show and had 3 movies already.
Sure.
Same thing with the other ones we mentioned, right? Enola Holmes, that's Sherlock Holmes. That's 200-year-old property, 150-year-old property.
Yeah, but that's TV, isn't it? Isn't that streaming?
It's Netflix.
Not a movie. Yes, that's streaming.
And
it was great.
Tudors was fine. Witcher is Witcher,
right?
Which honestly, I like Liam Hemsworth better. But don't tell anybody else that because they'll get mad. I did not see Immortals T. Good to know that it was good. But yeah, I thought that was interesting when it was like, is this news though? Is this a surprise that it's going straight to streaming? I don't know.
It's a surprise. No. Is it a shame? Yes. That's where I now, you know what? You'll probably get 10 times more eyes on it streaming wise because people our age that grew up with with Voltron, the cartoon, that don't want to go to the movies, which again doesn't do well for him and his box office numbers. But for us, the lazy people that don't want to go to the movies, like, okay, I haven't gotten my Mandalorian tickets yet. I'm waiting to talk to my son.
It makes me more concerned that that it might not look good enough to be in the movies.
Well, that also is the other thing you have to think of.
Because like Voltron should be awesome in IMAX.
Yeah.
But we'll never know.
No, we won't. Outside of that, I said what I watched. Well, I didn't say what I watched yet.
What did you watch, Frank?
Well, I watched Daredevil, and I watched Daredevil, and I watched The Boys. I mean, the prequel to Vault Rising. I watched. What did you watch? You have way more to say than me.
Well, so Rooster had its finale. I'll wait on Frank to watch that. If you didn't watch Rooster, go watch it. I'm sure it'll get a season 2. So we'll wait for that. But I'll hit that one later on. Hacks. Look, just go, I tell you,
it has been renewed for a season 2. It'll have 10 episodes.
It's set up like it was going to have a season 2.
Going to explore the spring semester.
Yeah, it makes sense. It ends at Christmas time, so that makes sense. At the end of fall semester is when this one ends. So if you run
HBO wants it on within a year. I like.
You can do that.
Yeah, that's not a heavy section, right?
I mean, depending on where they filmed it, because like you got to get a college campus to make. A lot of it's not sets. A lot of it is definitely on location. So depending on if there's if the college is like a shut down school.
According to Deadline, as of May 2026, the writers have broken the first 4 episodes of season 2. That's awesome.
Yeah, look, and I think they're having a blast filming it. So it'll be it ended. It did a nice job finishing the season. There's some questionable decisions by the characters, not by the show.
So right now it's filmed primarily in California with the University of the Pacific in Stockton serving as the main location for the fictional college.
Nice.
Okay.
So, yeah, as long as they don't get in anybody's way, they should be able to knock out that season fairly quickly. And if they do it quickly, they can film it over the summer. That is great. Hacks is fantastic. One of they've been dropping 2 episodes at a time. This week's were 2 just laugh out loud. Like I actually was cackling at some of the episodes. One of the episodes this week. It's so funny. Deborah is trying to get a suit for the show that she's doing, like Carol Burnett wore for her last show, and her and Ava have to pretend to be a couple for the weekend, and it's amazing. Leslie Bibb's in the episode as a guest star. They've been pulling some great guest stars this season too. They always do on that show, but yeah, it's great. I think we have probably 2 weeks left till the finale, but it has been fantastic so far. So that brings us to The Boys. So episode 6, Though the Heavens Fall, where we get we deep dive into Firecracker's tragic death by just saying she's gone away.
Yeah. All right. So if you're not caught up on The Boys, we're gonna spoil the crap out of it. So you're gonna go in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, you're all in
spoilers. So I really am meh on this whole last couple episodes. Like I get you got to start killing people off. I understand, and I read an interview with Kripke that he said if you're expecting these big, long, over the top battle scenes, we just didn't have the money for it.
Yeah,
that's fine. I think the Black Noir death was horrible. I think it was awful. It was just such an anticlimactic letdown of a death.
Well, it continues to go into just how awful the Deep is.
It does.
He's just oh.
And I subscribe to your theory that he is going to be the lone survivor, or not the lone survivor, but he is going to be the only one of the 7 to actually survive, maybe outside of Sister Sage.
Some previews from episode 7 make me think that is not the case for the Deep.
Okay.
And some of the things we set up in this episode with what Black Noir did to him.
Yeah.
Where the ocean has now turned against the Deep.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks from the trailer. It looks like that's going to play into this episode quite a bit.
Death by fish would be awesome. So the
Death by octopus would be awesome.
It would.
Payback for.
Yep. What was this? What was the octopus name?
I don't remember what her name was. Yeah.
So I don't know.
We get Paul Reiser back.
We did get Paul. He was great. He was great working in a movie theater.
It was so funny.
Chet, what was his name? Chet,
I forget.
Something.
Rob Steen or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It took me 2 times to watch it.
Oh.
Yeah, I stopped about halfway through and then came back. And it was just was like, Chet Vanderbilt.
There you go.
Chet Vanderbilt.
When we get Sage thought she had her idea, but somehow Homelander ended up with the V1 still.
So
we did get the nursing home crew.
That was crazy. That was funny. That was funny. The guy
we thought Love Sausage was as wild as it could get.
So,
but no, we get old man with the hanging nunchuck flail balls. I don't know what they were.
That was his balls. That was his balls.
I don't know how you would compare them to. Maybe a yo-yo. I don't know.
Yeah. So I've seen a couple of Comic-Con panels or just panels with Jensen Ackles, and his discomfort at the dialogue is so hilarious. Like his discomfort at having to read some of these things. And he said there's a line coming up that Standards and Practices actually said, you can't say this. And he went, think about that for a second. Kripke wrote something that Standard and Practices, after all we've said and done, said you can't say this. So Kripke goes, what if I make it an analogy and he doesn't say it? And Jensen Ackles goes, and he somehow managed to make it worse. So whatever that is, I'm looking forward to.
Do we think Soldier Boy survives?
Yes, maybe. Yes, I do. So okay. Soldier Boy's power is to take away other superheroes' powers, right? That's the basic of his power.
Yeah.
When he took the V out of the case, it was already dripping down. So it had been compressed. Did he give him the real V, or did his power, when he shot bomb sight, disable the V?
Oh.
And
I don't know.
That wasn't something I read, that the power disabling it. I did see somebody focused in, and it was with the first time they show the syringe, there's nothing leaking at the end of the syringe. Second time they showed a syringe, when he hands it to Homelander, it's leaking already. So what did Homelander inject into himself?
We'll see. It looks like he powered up, but I don't think he kills Homelander that way. You know.
Do you think he survives?
Yeah.
Homelander?
Oh, till the past episode 8? No.
Do you think that
you got to get rid of Homelander?
Do you think the only way at this point, if that was the actual V1, do you think the only way at this point to get rid of Homelander is to have Marie Moreau show up and basically suck the V out of him with her power?
Maybe. I don't know if that'll even work with the V1 in there.
I don't know. I'm just thinking, what did you think of the episode?
I liked it. It was fine. It didn't feel it's same as the last couple weeks. Like it doesn't feel like we're 2 episodes from the end. It just feels like we're just in the middle of another season of The Boys.
Yep.
So I don't feel things wrapping up. Other than we are getting like this 7 is getting whittled down to like I think they're down to what 3, 4 right now.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I don't feel like plot lines wrapping up, closure happening like anywhere. I don't feel any of that yet, so they have a lot of work to do the last couple.
Yeah, I do appreciate the fact that he wrote it so long ago and that how accurately some of this is portraying the real world.
Yeah, it's the golden statue this week is wild.
Yeah,
that lined up the way that it did.
T, I actually like that. T, for those of you listening, said that Homelander will lose his powers in episode 8 and get beat up in a fight with Huey. That would be kind of funny and poetic.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be an assured mutual destruction between Butcher and Homelander is how we get there.
I can't see either of those two surviving.
No.
Butcher's too much of an awful human being.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to have to, like I said, have a mutually assured destruction in the final episode.
Yeah.
And I think that's where that'll end up. But we'll see. Look, like I said, I saw some stuff where I don't think Sister Sage makes it through. I don't like. I appreciate them not making people do the homework of having had to watch Gen V, but I wish we'd see some of them.
Yeah,
especially knowing that there's not a season 3 now.
Yeah,
I wish they had popped in here, or there, or like maybe in a short or like a post-credit scene or like something.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Like it would have been cool if they threw them into post-credit scenes that you didn't have to watch unless you wanted to watch them do their thing. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like what's his name? Sam? Isn't it Sam? Yeah. Would be able to at least get a few shots in a Homelander if he wanted to.
You would think.
The way they set him up, you would think, but who knows? Maybe we get a whole sock puppet episode.
Oh, if episode 8 is a sock puppet episode, I'd quit.
Be amazing. So then that brings us to the Daredevil season 2 finale. Daredevil
What did you think of the finale?
Thought it was fine. Guilty as Sin is our episode here. Very, very Law and Order-ish. Till we had the big brawl at the end, which again, some of the stuff that happens on the show is just like so uncomfortable to watch.
Okay, so I Am Iron Man or I Am Daredevil was great. Okay, that moment was awesome, right? Him walking out of the courthouse, just killing people, was incredibly uncomfortable to watch.
Kingpin.
Yes, Kingpin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just a bull barreling down hallways.
Yeah. Just picking people up and throwing them into pillars and punching them and just killing everybody.
And I think we killed the DA. I'm not sure.
Maybe. So many people got killed. But what I really liked about the ending is everybody's like, oh, he got the great ending where he's on the beach and he's in paradise. It's the exact opposite of what he wants, though. He's technically in his own prison now. Like, he wanted to be in New York. He wanted to be there. That was his city, right? So, like, he's separated from that and he's on a beach and he's free, but he's got nothing.
Yeah, it is. Like, I get that concept to him. Like, okay, let him leave for that. But like the deal was made before he killed like 50 people walking down the hallway.
That is but okay, so if you put him in jail, he's going to do the same thing he did before, right? He's just going to run.
You would get the death penalty if you killed, all those people in broad daylight when everybody knew you were doing it.
Definitely committed murder. Murder, death, kills.
Like, yeah, nothing behind the scenes about that one with the way they approached it. Like,
that was kind of,
even people running up the stairs, he's just ripping their heads and throwing them back down. Like, what are we doing? But totally normal guy, not superpowered at all, right?
No. I actually had to look up, like, what are Kingpin's superpowers? And they're like, none, really.
Well, yes and no. Like, in the comics, though, he is a massive individual that has, like, so much mass and weight and
Right.
blubber on him that he can like withstand a bullet shot. And like take a shot from Spider-Man,
Right.
which nobody should be able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the oh, that's the wrong finale there that pulled up for me when I was trying to pull the recap. I liked seeing White Tiger for a minute, but I wish that would have happened more often during the season and felt a little more earned, other than just her like popping in at the end, and then she popped into the big action scenes of the season. Like that was it.
Yeah.
And I liked the Mr. Charles and Bullseye going off at the end, and us getting our Power Man back, or Luke Cage. I did not dig the Muse reveal because I have zero interest in that character continuing.
Heather is fine. I appreciate Heather. They actually spent enough time building that up that even though the reveal wasn't a shock, I appreciated the reveal. I mean,
they put their work in to get there. I just don't care.
T, you can fix her.
Yes.
T, you can fix her. You can help her.
But yeah, it's Southern Cross. That was the episode name. Jeez. But what Bullseye did during the episode where they had like the fake Bullseye that was their sniper.
Yeah.
To probably try and frame Bullseye was their plan.
To kill,
they're going to
kill Matt Murdock to frame Bullseye.
That was what I think their plan was.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
But that random turn where all of a sudden the guy that was burned and was bad enough of a person to like come back into it after he'd gotten out, and now he's the one that turns and is like, you know what, they're right. We're the bad guy. I'm like, oh my God, okay.
This was better than season 1 by far.
Yeah, but I don't know how it couldn't be better than season 1.
Yeah. I am glad that they didn't retcon Foggy as, oh, he's in witness protection, he's back, he's fine, he didn't really die. Like, I'm glad that Matt is going to jail. Charlie Cox swears up, down, sideways, left and right that he's not in Spider-Man. I think at one point he said, I'm not in Spider-Man. I don't want to fight the Hand, which was kind of funny. He said it.
Yeah, I mean, because it totally makes sense besides that Spider-Man would be in jail fighting the Hand.
Right. For no other reason except, oh my God, that was my lawyer.
Right. And maybe Daredevil will just be hanging out in the cell, and like that'll be the cameo. It'll be like last time, right? Just like he'll
Could be. Yeah. And he won't know who Peter Parker is, or he won't know who Spider-Man is. But
right.
And they did show that the girl, the woman that plays Elektra, is in New York. She posted like pictures on Instagram while they're filming season 3 right now. She's like, oh, I'm in New York.
That's fine. I would take a look. So
bring her back.
So Matt's gone to jail and revealed himself as Daredevil like 4 or 5 times in the comics at this point.
Now they said they're not. So they did say that this wasn't going to be glossed over. They're not going to roll this back and make people forget that he said he was Daredevil.
Right. So they haven't ever done that. Well, one time they did that.
Okay.
But usually it's not that. Usually Matt is killed somehow, and then like reborn. Like he was reborn recently. In a run about 2 years ago, he was literally killed trying to save Foggy from hell. And then this was when he was going up against the Hand. I think he was the leader of the leader of the Foot, and was Stick was possessed by the devil along with Foggy. It was a whole thing. It's wild. But Matt died to bring Foggy back to life, and then Matt was reincarnated as a priest that had been there all along and just happened to be right back in continuity. And then remembered he was Daredevil. It was weird. Anyway. But the times that Matt has been revealed prior have usually been by Kingpin once he was revealed. But then there was a time in the comics when Matt had a twin brother.
Oh, good.
Who then showed up and played Matt while Matt was Daredevil, and then nixed that Oh, I only said not because anybody forgot, but I only said I was Daredevil to get Kingpin. But clearly I'm not, because here's Daredevil played by Finn Jones right next to me. And then when he died in the comics, what I was talking about when he to save Foggy and all that stuff, Elektra came into town and became Daredevil, the woman without fear.
Oh, cool.
And her current costume in Marvel is a Daredevil Elektra costume, where she wears the devil horns and the same mask that Matt wears.
Mm.
And it has the red and black color scheme the same way and has the DD on her chest. But she became Daredevil for quite a few years now, running parallel to Matt Murdock. So we might get that with Elektra. I think that's a lot of characters for them to juggle next season if we're getting all of the Defenders.
And if they don't, they do what? 9 episodes?
8.
8 episodes?
And do we still get, what do you think happens with Mr. Charles? Do you think we get him in a Doomsday with Val Vostok? Do we not see him again till season 3?
I think that Mr. Charles goes into the MCU, but he's also going over to DC.
The DCU.
So maybe they just write him out.
Or do we get
Yeah, I mean I would watch it too.
Well, and what's our bad for next season, right? We got Muse, but that's not a big bad. She's not, if she's the big bad, I'll stop watching the show.
Yeah, that's
Kingpin will obviously be back. We've already seen set photos that he's in next season, right? And the number of times they've had to explain how this convicted felon, it's crazy they would put a convicted felon in office. That they did that in the show. But we'll see how they bring him back into being in power again.
I don't know if he'll come back in power or not as mayor. He'll definitely sneak into the city and criminally take power again.
Well, that's what I'm like. How? Like, do you know, like?
Well, this is
it Buck? Is Buck might still be alive? We don't know. How Buck ended up.
Yeah,
because he was shot, right? But we don't know if he ended up dying or not, because it
was. That's right. He was shot in the belly.
Yeah, that's how they took him out of the last fight scenes and stuff. That's why Heather went and took out the DA with that throat punch.
That's right.
So I don't know how we play that for the rest of it. Exactly, T. Who the hell would vote for a convicted felon for mayor? Crazy talk on this show.
It is crazy.
Yeah, between this and The Boys, it's tough watch every week. But next season, I don't know if we get Finn Jones playing Daredevil to try and set it up where Matt, clearly there's a lot of people that are Daredevil. Maybe it's not just Matt,
They could all be Daredevil. Maybe Daredevil stays in jail for a couple episodes. I mean, it's never been done in the comics before. Green Arrow. Green Arrow didn't stay in jail for how many episodes did they drag that out? He was in jail for a couple of episodes. I'm looking to see that. 7 episodes. That's a lot.
What was that?
I said that it's not like they can't do, they never kept a hero in jail. Green Arrow is in jail, and I wanted to know how long was Green Arrow in jail. He spent 7 episodes in jail. He spent the first 7 episodes of a 21 episode season.
Right, I was going to say, so that would be Matt being in jail for 3.5 episodes.
3 episodes? Yeah. I'd watch more Jessica Jones.
Well, I think we get a Heroes for Hire concept. I don't think we'll get the show, but depending on how long you leave Matt in jail, that is the show. Because there's only so often you could, here's Matt, unless we turn it into Oz, which would be wild. Where now Matt's going to clean up the prison system from the inside. I don't think they'll do. But yeah, I don't know where we go next season. I'm sure that they did a good job not spoiling much from this season, even though they were dropping photos and stuff, which is pretty impressive that it as so little was spoiled. But it goes back to what is big enough of a deal or a villain that you need Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist and Karen Page.
Is
And
the hand going to be? Is that what it's going to be? Is it going to be the hand?
is this going to be a Backdoor Defender season 2?
Maybe.
Yeah, and I really am dying to see if they just completely ignore the end of Iron Fist season 2 when we get Finn back. Because it seems like we're going to ignore the end of Luke Cage season 2, where he was the kingpin of Harlem.
Well, so there were a lot of other things saying that he's going to come in and be the mayor of New York, but he's not the mayor of New York, because we see in Spider-Man Brand New Day that the mayor of New York is actually
Depending on our timeline, could be acting.
Ooh, Mephisto, the engineer. Ooh,
yeah, no. Can we get Misty Knight and Jessica Henwick? Look, I wouldn't be shocked if one of them shows up. Because right, I think there'll be some people that show up that we are not going to get spoiled, and it's Marvel, right? Like, they would have cut Mike Coulter's balls off.
Yeah,
if he had posted something they didn't want him to.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
still Marvel. It's not Marvel TV.
No, but it still happened. I mean, this is the same group that made Tom Holland think that the big funeral scene in Endgame was a wedding.
Well, right, that's what I'm saying. Like, they've learned their lessons with those things.
Yeah.
Maybe next season Ironheart will show up with Mephisto, and we'll see where they all go.
Oh, now you're talking. Quick side note. I know you're looking forward to Ahsoka season 2. We're getting it in early 2027. Official.
It got pushed?
Yeah.
Oh my God. When did the first season come out? 2019? 2018?
2012? I don't know. He's editing in the Dave Filoni's editing the episodes himself, or helping.
Great. I'm glad the head of a studio is spending time. Wait, but I thought it was. When did that get confirmed? Just this second?
It's just another website.
So does that mean they're going to line up Ahsoka with the Star Wars Celebration next year? Because Star Wars Celebration is the first week in April next year.
I think so. Yeah. That's probably This
2023. So that'll be almost 4 years since the last season.
Yeah, I went to Deadline just to be sure, but yes, Rosario Dawson will be 63 years old.
Yeah, look, Vin Diesel, when that next movie comes out, will actually be in his 60s.
Hey, family can age. Family stays together.
Well, no, that's why he keeps his head shaved. Nobody knows.
That's fine. Hey, who knows? Maybe he has another hidden brother.
So, yeah,
stop treading on Fast and the Furious. You leave that alone.
I haven't even watched it yet.
You should.
I'm about 5 episodes behind. Five movies behind.
Okay, let's get it.
Yeah. So, hey, thanks everybody for finding the Geek Spot again. We're going to go watch The Punisher.
Yes, we are.
The Last Kill, which is not because it's his last kill, supposedly. But that quick old one shot that we get there. And
it's like 44 minutes long, I think.
Not long enough. Yeah. But I heard it's great. So we're going to go watch that. You all do the same. And then next week, probably Monday-ish, we will join back up here. We'll talk all things that fall into the Geek Spot. In the meantime, you can catch me at Jack Kidd Music. This week, I'm doing a show filling in with the boys in Super Train Friday. Playing a private party Saturday. But you can always catch me around somewhere. And Frank, what about you, man?
The Island of Relevancy with our friend T. T, we have to do Thursday. I'll message you. Surprise. Well, I was going to message him before, but Anyway, the Island of Relevancy. We have a lot of fallout from Backlash to talk about on our wrestling podcast, T and I, and Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. 7:00 Wednesdays or Thursdays, depending on Frank's hockey schedule.
There you go. Go check them out.
On YouTube. Sorry.
Thanks for hanging out. Drop us a like and subscribe. Tell a friend, and we'll see you all next time.